What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. Let's talk about it. But before we do that, do me a favor. Hit that like. And if you're new, hit that subscribe. It's free to you, but it means a lot to me. So we're gonna talk about self. I think it's important. Most of my conversations are about, becoming a better you, becoming a better person. Not even better, just being able or understanding you, how you function, how you operate. And if you don't like certain things about yourself, understanding that you have the power to change it. You can, um, if you truly desire, you can become like putty. What up, James? If you truly desire, you can become like putty. You can be shapeable, mold. Be able to mold yourself in, into anything that you really truly desire. You got to work for it, of course. You got to grind. You got to put in the work. Um, that's the only way it's gonna work. If you actually put in the work. But ultimately, you can. Frankie, what up, brother? You can be rich. You can be a artist. You can be a truck driver. You can be a ball player. Whatever you want in life, you can be. You just got to put in the work. I don't even believe that no more. I know it. I've seen people do it. Most people who don't do it, they usually quit, or they usually don't think they good enough. But people who desire things in life, um, they don't just wake up and get them. They work for them. They create themselves or redefine themselves to make it easier to achieve what they want. Sometimes, it's something major. Like I said, if you want to be a celebrity, you just got to work hard. You got to be able to take opportunities. You got to be willing to do the things no one else is willing to do if you truly want it. You know, um, but this is like a smorgasbord, right? Because basically, this video is gonna be probably 80% of my previous video because it's about self. So, any aspect, I'm talking about self confidence, self love, self accountability. This is the maintenance of self. Are you doing the thing, or are you even willing to do the thing to fix the problems that you have, to overcome the obstacles in front of you? Are you willing to build yourself up to be able to achieve those things? And a lot of times it's just building up self. We talk about coming together and building, right? But to do that, to come together and build, are you even are you built up enough to offer something, to be a benefit to other people? Have you even thought about that? What can I offer the world? What can I offer other people? Sometimes it's just time. Time itself is valuable. You know, is it something a skill you have? Is it a trade? You know, what is it about you that can benefit other people? I built myself to benefit my family, but in turn, some of the stuff I know other people can benefit from, so I share it. But I did it intentionally to benefit my family. I wanted to be an asset, but to do that, I had to work on myself. I had to do self maintenance. I had to get my mind, my body, and my soul together. The way I thought, the way I felt, and the way I looked. I had to get all of that stuff together. And I did it in various ways, but a lot of it was accountability. You know, um, even the episode "Do you practice what you preach?" It's easy to sit up here and say I'm humble, or I'm caring, or I'm understanding, or I'm positive. It's easy to say that, but when opportunities present themselves, am I that? We talked about consistency, practicing what you preach, and it's not easy. You know, what up, hustle? Am I? I always say I try to be transparent, um, and I try to not even transparent, right? Um, but yeah, okay, I'm transparent. Um, it's not the fact that um, I'm transparent; it's the fact that is things in my life that I experienced that I feel um, that I learned from that may help someone else. And for me, it's like if I hold that in, um, okay, it's my experience. I learned from it. No one else benefits from it. But if I share it, it could literally help someone. It could help someone understand. It could help someone get through the same situation, avoid the situation. Um, Miss April, how are you? So that's why I decided to hit live and talk about my experiences because I learned from them. Now it's things that there's things about everybody that people shouldn't share. You should never share anything um, that could potentially hurt you or put you in a bad position. You should never share that with people. So no, I don't share those things. But the things I do share, I share them not for sorrow, not for um, sympathy, not for empathy, not for none of that. I share it because I want to show people like, um, I made it through this because that might inspire somebody or give somebody hope, or like I said, avoid a situation. That's the most important thing. Um, a lot of my experiences I do share because I want people to avoid them. You know, uh, but that's part of my self maintenance too. You know, like I said, I can say I want to be helpful, or I'm a helpful person, or I'm a good person, but when an opportunity presents itself, am I doing that? Am I being that? You know, um, so that's why I try to just be cool and show love with everybody. I figured if I be kind to people, uh, I'm doing the right thing. You know, I focus a lot on me, making sure I'm doing the right thing, even in a situation where I feel like I'm being wrong. I still have in my mind to do the right thing. Next, how are you, sis? Appreciate you. I still get that in my mind. I'm doing the right thing. And that's what's important is always to focus on you. Um, and for me, sometimes the right thing is to walk away. Sometimes it's to address the situation, depending on what it is. Either or event will happen. Either I'm going to address it or I'm going to let it go. And then even when I address it, I still, I'm still aware of me. Because at the end of the day, it's me who have to look in the mirror. It's me who will question my own decision. I'm not the type of person to say I did something because somebody else did something. Uh, no, not. I'm just saying that's not who I am. I've never been. Well, he did this, or no. I've always been. Well, I'm responsible for my own actions. No matter what people do, I still have to be responsible because I have responsibility. That's just the way I look at it. Might be different for other people, and that's okay. But it's always self with me in the moment. Each moment I'm in, each situation, I got to do the right thing, and I'm just aware of that. And that came through years and years of me doing the wrong thing. And that's a tool that I use um, to control self, is to be aware in the moment. Because I used to, I used to jump off. When I'm mad, bam. I go from 0 to 100. Now I can think in the moment. I can analyze and rationalize. Uh, and like I said, that took years of intentional trying to do that intentionally. That was my intention, is to catch myself in the moment. And the more I did it, the easier it became. Things become habits. Habits become a way of life. And now I am able to catch myself in most moments. But like I said, self maintenance. I mean, that can even be eating right, right? Um, it's hard. It's even harder if we accept that it's hard to eat right. The more you tell yourself something, the realer it becomes. That's how manifestation works. It works both ways, for things you want and for things you don't. So the more you tell yourself something, the more you go experience it. So, Shay, what's up, sis? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let me make sure your link in the chat. Y'all go show Shay some love. Show Miss April some love too. Miss April, you got a stick. Feel free to drop your link. Yeah, y'all don't be shy. Drop y'all links in the chat. Oh, James in the chat. Yeah, drop your links. I'm about to drop Shay's, James. But yeah, that's how manifestation works. So the more you focus, and the more, especially when you say, when you speak things into existence, you speak things you don't want into your own personal experience half of the time, because that's what you focused on. And when you go looking for something, you usually find it. Um, so that's what I always tell people: be careful of what you say, especially when it's something you don't want. Just focus on what you want. Always, realist. What's up, bro? Always just focus on you want what you want, because that manifestation, like I said, it works in both ways. You'll be sitting there saying, I don't want to get stuck in traffic. I don't want to get stuck in traffic. A minute later, you're stuck in traffic. I would just use that one as an example. I don't want to get in trouble, but yeah, don't focus on what you don't. Just focus on what you do want. And the more you do that, the more ways you'll find to obtain it. You know, you'll just find more creative ways to attain the things you want. Different paths will open up for you, different understanding, concept. Sometimes you focus on what you want, and when you get close to it, you realize that's not actually what you want. You know, and patience. Patience is another tool. Uh, the more patient I became, the more aware I became, the more I seen things, understood things, and that's one of them things in today's society. I think they're trying to wipe out. Everything has to be instant. You know, people want everybody want it now, now, now. They forgot about the journey, and that's the most pleasurable part about the trip, right? Is the journey. After you get there, you start thinking about the travel. You start thinking about all the things you had to encounter on the way to the goal, and later on when you talk about it, that's what you go talk about, right? You know, when a team win the Super Bowl, right? They don't talk about them holding up the trophy. They talk about the game played before they won it. Then they start talking about what it took them to get to the game. Everything is about the journey. It's the trip. We forget about that. That's where we learn it. That's where we grow it. It's where we strengthen it. We forget about that. So patience has been and learning to appreciate things, gratitude, um, and learning to accept things. E Money, what's up? Appreciate you. King, what's up, brother? You know, patience, gratitude, and acceptance. You know, sometimes things happen and we look at it, but we try to figure it out. And sometimes we just have to accept it for what it is and move forward. That's one of them things that took time for me to learn, especially like in relationships. Like, but I learned it, yeah, I learned it a very valuable lesson. Like with my first marriage, it was like, as a man, I didn't want it to be over, but I needed it to be over. Like, but it was like, okay, I failed. Um, but I just accepted it for what it was. And then after that, I've learned to accept people for who they are. Just accept people for who they are. Appreciate you, E Money. You know, just being able to accept people for who they are. Um, it is a, I guess, no, it's good. Um, just accept people for who they are. You so many times I think we put too many expectations on others. You know, can't no, I just truly feel like no one can live up to anyone's expectation. You know, you'll always fall short of someone else's expectation. That's just from my own personal observation in life. I've never really seen someone truly live up to someone else's expectation. Always seen the bar set a little higher and a little higher, and they want it more and more. That's just how we are as humans. The more you give somebody, the more they want. So you probably heard me talk about it. Like I don't expect anything from anyone. So when anybody does something for me, I have more gratitude because I know they don't have to. Sometimes it may sound like arrogance. Sometimes it may sound like I'm detached, but it's not. It's like by me not expecting nothing for people from anyone. When people do stuff, I'm more grateful for it because I literally know they don't have to. I was trying to explain that concept to my wife for like 2 years now. But but that's what it does for me. That's how I use it. And being grateful is showing appreciation to me. You know, and it's fun to do. It's like every day is Christmas with emotions. You know, it's like I get to be nice to people. That's why when y'all come through the chat, it's like, damn, this shit is cool. Because they don't have to be here. They don't have to come rock with me. So I'm grateful as hell. Like, damn, So it's genuine emotions that feel good. It's better than sitting here trying to read the whole chat, trying to see who here and who not. You see how that works? When you start expecting, you look for people like, oh, people got lives, people got jobs, people got family. So anybody who takes out the time to spend, come listen to me in the live or on playback, anybody who comment, I can't do nothing but be grateful. That's because I don't expect nothing. No one has to do anything. Only thing people got to do is what benefits them. So when people do show that love, it's like to me, it's like, damn, that's cool as hell. But when people expect, people start looking through the chat. Oh, this person ain't here. This person ain't here. Oh, they don't rock with me. They don't like. Nah. What about the people that's here though? Isn't that more important? I always looked at it like that. Like me and my sister, our birthday is coming up, right? My mom rented this boat. Tam Tam, what's up? Lovey, what's up? My mom rented this boat to go through the through the Great Lakes, right? And she invited she invited over 20, 25 to 30 people. Like 7 people showed up. Everybody mad except for me. I'm having a ball. I'm like, I got all this food, all this drink, all this. I got fried. I almost threw up from eating too much, and I was just dancing on it, having fun with the people who was there. And everybody said they would never forget that. And that's all I wanted. I just wanted everybody to have fun on my birthday, no matter who was there. Everybody who didn't show up, like, damn, man, no, it's cool. We have fun. It don't matter. Always focus on what you have and build on that. Be grateful for that and build onto that. Versus looking at what you don't have. Because the more you focus on what you don't have, what you do have will start slipping away. So always be grateful for what you have. Always. And that's how I got through life. That's how I get through. I'm not gonna say got through life. Um, that's how I never felt. I guess like I never had like I never went without, because whatever I don't have, I know there's people who have even less than that. Like, it's always something to be grateful for. Always. And that energy, that feeling, that emotion, that's like a prayer. That's like an emotional prayer. Um, it's just feeling a sense of gratitude, because it's things that we take for granted every day. Clean air, being able to breathe. Really said the other day, every day you wake up is a blessing, and most of us do feel like that. Most of us do. Um, but imagine that, keeping that feeling throughout the day. Imagine that just keeping that feeling, understanding throughout the day is a blessing to be breathing. There's a lot of stuff, uh, conflict, confrontation. You look at everything different. You appreciate life. Um, and when things happen, like I said, you won't worry about what you don't have. You focus on what you do, and that in itself helps get you through things, especially like losses. Yes, the kids listening, and that's the important thing too. Damn time. Uh, I try. I don't succeed all the time, but most of the time I try to be an example. Uh, when I was younger, I didn't think like that. Honestly, I didn't think like that until I had until my nephew turned like 6 years old, and I noticed he was really, really paying attention to me. Um, and then when I became a father, it just increased. I do try to be that example, and we should, especially as men. As men, we have to be responsible for our actions, because we set examples. We're supposed to be the leaders, the alphas, the lions. That's what we're supposed to be. But are we? I know I'm the lion in my den. Act like it, walk like it, talk like it. Teaching my son how to become a lion. We just gotta take responsibility, especially uh, Nate in the building. What up, Nate? Especially when interacting with one another, because like Tam Tam said, the kids are watching us. So the generation under us, they watching us, how we interact, how we handle different situations, um, and a lot of them we inspire. A lot of them are trying to be like us. You got to be mindful of that. I mean, it's not easy, because we see the generation above us, and uh, there's some good examples, but there's some bad examples also, and that's with every generation. That's with anything. You always gonna have the yin and yang, the good and the bad. Um, but in today's society, it's so much focus on the bad things, the negative things. There's a lot of good things. There's a lot of good things even on YouTube. You know, almost everybody in here content creator, and it's some type of informational, entertainment, um, relaxation, awareness. It's nothing like negative. Almost everybody in the chat, everybody in the chat, except for James. James got the shirtless sniper YouTube channel, the troll hunter. Yeah, definitely. Tam, I got a dope I can if you got IG, I can send it to you. Hold on, I want to see if I can pull it up. I might can pull it up. Let's see if it's in my photos. It's a I think you'll like this. It's an acronym. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, where's my picture? I think it might be in here. Yep. Let's see if I can share it. I think you like the. Oh, that's not the right button. You see that Tam? It's the same name. All right, I'll send this to you. Before you speak, this is something I use um, in my mentorship when I was mentoring the young people. I used to print this out and uh, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind? And I created that off of the 42 ideas of my aunt. I created this acronym for things. What up, though? JC family. Say what, say what, say what. What up, though? But yeah, I used to make this for the. I used to print it out before I teach them self defense. This and a couple other things. But I thought that was dope because the 42 ideas in my heart inspired this. I don't know if I got. Oh, let's see if I got that. I don't think I do. Yeah, the. Oh, so this is that on there? Oh, I probably gotta blow it up. So this right here is I don't know if you can see that, but these are the 42. When I say I govern myself by the 42 ideas of my heart, these are 42 ideas, 42 principles. A lot of them are practiced similar ways. I don't know if y'all can see this. Um, but say I honor virtue, I benefit gratitude, I am peaceful, I respect the property of others, I affirm that life is sacred, I give offerings that are genuine. A lot of these are common sense, but this is why I say, like, when I give, I don't think about it. It's in the spirit of giving. Um, I don't expect anything in return. I will receive, and a lot of times when I give to people, I know my blessing won't, or my positive karma won't even come back from that person a lot of times. It'll come from someone else, maybe someone close to me. Uh, but it's the fact that I did what I was supposed to do. Um, I live in truth. I regard all altars with respect. And this is why I say I stopped debating too. Nefertiti, what's up? This is why I stopped debating too. Because there's no point, just because someone has a different spiritual belief or religious belief, don't mean you have to attack them. And the ancestors even said that, all altars are sacred. You don't defile anyone's belief system. That's their belief, especially if it's making them a good person. I speak with sincerity. Um, that's why. And once I really start practicing it, I start looking at um, like the comedic, um, the comedic people in the conscious community, and I'm like, you can't even really debate if you really practice this or live by the 42 ideas of mind. You can't debate. It's like 6, 7 different laws that will prevent you from doing it. That's why a lot of times it's like um, talking about holidays is kind of weird. Like I have to because at some point you may be, um, but long as you talk with truth or sincerity, long as I'm truthful, um, but then it's like I'm kind, So knowing that what I may say may hurt someone, or then I just don't want to say it. I spread joy. I hold purity is the highest esteem. I mean, I achieve with integrity. That's why I say like I don't cheat. But this was a lot of this stuff. Um, People will argue that the Ten Commandments is within here. I can debunk that because it comes from something similar to this, but not the. Um, but this, I mean, there's no point in getting in a conversation like this. Like basically, what this is, they got it. I'm not even gonna give it. I actually got a video on this. Y'all gotta go watch that video. I just wanted to show you. I'm not gonna. We get right. Whatever you give, that's what you get. Sometimes you get more, sometimes you get less, but you're right, absolutely. Um, but this is just a tool I use. Like I said, I practice out of Christian. I use what's beneficial to me. That's what I learned from studying. That's what I learned from practicing. I practiced all this. That's what I learned. Just use in life. In life, think about um, in life. You use the things that are useful, right? Um, that's just what we do. That's why we use silverware. That's why we use the computer. We use things that are useful. So why not use things that are beneficial to you? If you're talking about, like, I use a lot of philosophy. Like even the quote on the thumbnail of Buddha: "Seek peace within, never without." Don't look for your happiness and your peace outside of yourself. When you do that, you become dependent and reliable on other things to make you feel good. When you're supposed to make your else not only make yourself feel good, but you affect the environment. When I go in places, I'm gonna bring some people I used to work with, and they'll tell you, like when I left the OR, they said it was doom and gloom. When I was working there, when I come in, I had the doctor saying, "What up, though?" Everybody enjoyed life. We was upbeat, even in crazy situations. I was just like I am now. People heart stop beating. I hear my name overhead, run to the room, start CPR. I done did. This guy got shot in the aorta, right? So we had to crack his chest open, and um, it was a resident, a surgical resident, meaning that they was training to become a surgeon, right? And when they cracked the chest open to take the bullet out the aorta, you had to manually pump the heart. And so when they crack the chest open, then that means remove the rib. It's called a sheath cell. They'll remove your rib so your heart is exposed. So when they did that and the resident was supposed to step up and start pumping it, the resident passed out. So I'm in the room already. They told me to gown up, so I'm pumping the heart. By the time they woke the patient up, by the time they woke the resident up, they removed the bullet. I didn't have to manual pump because we was in a trauma room. We wasn't in the heart room. So I had to manual pump and
Ooh.
brought the machine. So about the time they got the bullet out, stopped the bleeding, hooked him up to the heart machine. The resident was like, "I'm sorry," and I'm looking like, "Man," but it's like just the calmness and coolness. That's something that I guess I was born with. But yeah, I just thought that story was funny. I appreciate you, Tantan. Miss April, how are you?
I'm doing fine. I like the way that you say you take all philosophies from everything and just you know um I feel as human beings that we all want the same thing in life. We all want to be able to eat great. We all want to have a roof over our head, and we all want a car, and we want all the nice clothes. We want all of those same things. I believe everybody wants that for themselves, their family. And so, why are we constantly arguing, fighting, and we all want the same thing? The basic necessities in life.
Honestly, I think because of the subject I'm talking about now, the lack of self maintenance. Because like to I believe most arguments come from misunderstandings or misinterpretations. Um, a person is saying something and not truly understanding it and not liking it. Um, that's why most of these wars are fought. That's why most people, because they look at something and don't like it. And instead of focusing on what they want, they want to get rid of what they don't. Um, like me personally, I understand everyone is not going to like me, you know, and
Oh
those
no.
people, you know,
Mm-mm.
and those people who don't like me, I just be like, I'm gonna stay away from you. You stay away from me. And we continue to,
Exactly.
we
Yeah,
continue to live.
everybody's not gonna like you.
But unfortunately,
Everybody's not gonna like you, especially if you have an aura about yourself and you self confident.
yep.
People don't like that.
Mm-mm.
People like to be able to just tell you anything. And for the people that's gonna do the work and the research and find out if something is true, false, but everybody's not gonna like you. And that's okay. You can still be yourself. And then sometimes you do have to take a look in the mirror.
Yeah.
I used to be a hothead. Being a hothead didn't get me anywhere.
And you know what? I got a couple videos where, uh, after the show I did the night before, I came on in the morning, did a self reflection, and apologized for some things that I allowed, and explained some things that I didn't understand. I do suffer literally like this. Like I have what 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 people um, what they tell you to do in like self improvement books are habits to me now. Like I do affirmations. I do 17 affirmations a day. I'm talking about 17 different affirmations a day. I know I have to download my subconscious. I have to reprogram. I've been doing that for the last 7 years. I do self reflection every night. I've been doing that for the last 10 years. I always ask myself, what could I have did better? I listen to my shows and repeat. So when I wake up, and the next day I listen to a good 2 times. My shows be like 2, 3 hours, and I see um, if I mess something up or if I can do something better. I do self reflection. It's a great tool that should be a part of life. I believe is my son do affirmations at the age of 3. I make him do it every night before you go to sleep. So I think that should be something that should be practiced. It helps. You still there, Miss April? It, it's time to have self control, self reflection, and self care. I got the self control from martial arts. You get a bunch of people flipping you around and slapping you around, you'll learn self control. Especially when it's old people doing it. Like my sinful, oh man, yeah. But definitely all these that's what I think. Like I said, the better you are, the better you become a value or asset to other people. So like even talking about being beneficial to the community or coming together, building. Even your own personal family, your kids, your loved ones. Um, why wouldn't you want to build yourself up? Or sometimes is maintenance ourselves, fixing ourselves um, for our families. I mean, if not anybody else, even if you don't want to offer yourself to the world, you know, you should be the best version of you for your family. Affirmations every morning, definitely. And
Oh my goodness, this phone.
I don't know what's happened, Frankie. What's going on? Stack bundles pass? Oh, see more cakes. Oh, oh, Miss April fell off. But yeah, definitely. And this, like I said, like it's. I'll be honest with you, it's not easy. But the more you do it, you don't even think about it no more. It becomes a part of you. And a lot of like just studying these different religions, different spiritual practices. Um, like I said, I take something out of everything if it's useful for me. Like I use the 5 pillars in Islam. I use the 42 ideas of my eye. The more tools you have, the more you successful you'll be at a job. Because you never know when you're gonna need some oddball tool. So um, that's how I just look at life. That's why the things that work for me, um, I use them, and the things that don't, then I don't. Some things may be useful now, and some things may be useful later. That's why I continuously collect tools, and that's what I call these different vices or different things um, that benefit not only me but other people. Sometimes I get them from other people. Sometimes I get it from books. Sometimes I get it from people. Sometimes I create it myself through observation. A lot of the things um, I learned was through simple observation, just paying attention. Our ancestors, we want to say, um, you know, we still can't figure out how they built the pyramids, right? So these were some intelligent people. We are too. We just have to observe and understand. Yeah, you know what I always tell. Okay, so my wife, she just had a baby. So you know what women do? As soon as they had a baby, they want to lose weight, right? And she like, well, I'm this, I'm that. I said, you know what? Love yourself where you at right now. This is a life hack. Listen to me, people. No matter where you are in life, love yourself for where you at right now, and love yourself so much that you just simply willing to make improvement. Don't look at what you don't have. Accept and enjoy what you do have and build on that. Same concept. Love yourself exactly the way you are right now. And love yourself so much that you're willing to make the improvements. You're willing to make the adjustment because that's what we do. We become better. But you have to accept where you at now. Not only accept it, love it, appreciate it. No matter where you at, appreciate where you at right now. Anita, what up? Appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, she'll be 4 months on the 22nd. Yeah, she growing so fast. She growing so fast. She walking on my chest right now. Like I put her on my stomach and she'll walk up my chest. What up, bro? King?
What up, brother? How you doing tonight?
Chilling, chilling, bro. What up, bro? Appreciate you busting the platform.
Oh man, just chilling like you, man. Know you doing your thing over here, man.
Yeah,
Throwing out some positive spirits, man. That's good. That's great.
appreciate that, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, man, we just be over here spitting. We building, um,
That's right.
encouraging one another, sharing information. We have some fun too. we get Yeah, we have some wacky times sometimes, but ultimately, we be up here building, bro, sharing life experiences, sharing
Hmm.
information, uh, you know, and getting more clarity and understanding. So that's why I appreciate, people who come through, hit the panel like you, bro, because I get a chance to engage in dialogue and, um, you know, give some fruit to the people.
Yeah,
Don, what
man.
up, sis?
Yeah, man. And the thing is, the most important thing, man. You being you. You being who you are. You being you.
Yeah, I
That's
appreciate that, bro. My bad.
being you, man. You don't let nobody change you who you are. You being you.
And that's like just what I learned, through my life experience. When I was young, I was manipulated in so many different ways, and I never understood why I wasn't happy, because I wasn't being me. I wasn't true to myself. I was literally fighting with myself, being what everybody else thought I should be. And once I learned that and stopped fighting with myself, I knew it was better to have uh, a fight outside of myself than inside of myself, if that makes sense. I'd rather fight with people, bro, than fight with myself, man, because you can't win that fight, man. Uh,
Now,
you,
now, ain't no need to, unless you fight for somebody that you love, you just gotta
uh,
keep doing it. You just gotta keep doing it until you win. But if this is nonsense, just stop. Just stop.
yeah, yeah, bro. I'm 38 with 2 kids and a wife
Hmm.
and a dog. I got enough drama, bro.
You got that? Yeah,
That
that's
right
enough
there,
drama,
bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling
man.
you.
I just dealt with my two my actually my three spoiled nephews came over to the crib last night. One of my nephews saw I had some headphones for my PlayStation 5. He said, I want to get one too. Let me get some headphones too. I was like, okay. So I just went ahead and bought him some headphones and all that because I got some.
And that's what a good uncle do. So that's
Hmm.
all that matters. You put a smile on his face. That's what life is about, man.
Right.
Is sharing joy, and that's why I think like self care is so important because the more you have inside you, the more you can have outside of you, the more you can give. I just noticed with me, the happier I am, the happier the people are around me, the happier the environment is around
That's right,
me.
man. That's what I kind of discussed on my live earlier today about, the most precious gift of any man can have is your peace. You know, because without your peace, all you have is chaos up in you. Your peace
Hmm.
is basically your shield that can guard your mind. And when you have too much chaos in your mind, your peace is just gonna kick rocks, say, "Peace out, I'm gone. I'm not coming back." And that's what I had. That's what I let go uh, long time ago. When I when my peace left me, it took me months to try to get that jump back because I was just so full of chaos in me. And it came all the way out when I lost my father last fall. It was a little bit of that because my whole life was totally chaotic at that time. But it took me a whole lot of time to try to bring that back. It took me so much time to bring that back, and I finally got it back because I'm really at a good place with me, my family, and all that. You know, of course, I'm still grieving my father being gone, but I know he's at rest. I know he's at peace, and I'm at peace with that. So,
My bad, bro. I be losing the little thing on the computer, but that's all facts, bro. And I'm happy you found your peace back. 'Cause you're right. That can
hmm
be a shield. Um, because it's like when I'm truly at peace, it's not a lot of stuff. Not probably it's gonna take something crazy to really to bother me. I
hmm
just look at stuff like a matador, like Ole, you go that way, you go that way, I'm straight. I ain't got time for that. When you at peace, you look at um, what most people look at problems as opportunities.
yeah,
That's why I'm laid back. Like I'm at peace with life, bro.
oh yeah.
You know,
That
I got
as long as you
crazy.
have that, man, you good.
Yeah, man, my kids crazy. That's why I can do what I do on here. I can come
Hmm.
on here talk positivity. I don't have. I mean, I'm like this in real time. Like in real time, the only difference is, uh, I don't like. I feel if I feel threatened, then you'll see another side of me. That's the only difference. Like on here, I don't feel threatened, and I've always been honest with that. On here, I don't feel threatened. I'm on the internet, but like in real time, I done been shot. I done been stabbed. It's because of a family member. I don't have my eyesight, so I don't play. More. I have no room for error, so that's the only difference. In real time, I go in more of a reactive mode if I feel threatened. But even then, like I'm still there. I'm helpful. I'm like my neighbor, bro. It'd be people at the store. This lady came up to me and hugged me and was like, I just felt like, and I'm looking like this lady crazy as hell. Like this lady, like, but it's like my aura. That's what she said. She said I just felt the need to hug you, and I'm looking like, okay, that's weird. But people come up and talk to me. I'll be looking at my wife because my wife said I got a resting bitch face, and I'm like, nah, bro. But
that that is so true what you said. Cause you know what? That's the same thing happened to me. One time, man, a lady see expression on my face was a expression of kind of either angry or sad, and I guess she finally saw I smile at her. She just came over here and just hugged me. I was like, what the hell? And she hugged me tight too. I was like, damn. That's the same experience that happened to me when I was at the store one day.
Bro, people walk right past people and ask me for $1, and I'm looking like, damn, I look approachable, like, and I give it to them, like, fuck it. but but I'm like that in real time, bro. As long
Yeah.
as like, um, my wife, she don't, anytime I do business, like my self defense business, or when I was doing personal training, she had to collect the money because long as a person was like into it, I wouldn't even charge them because I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed
Hmm.
teaching it. So yeah, I was a bad businessman. That's why my homegirl came on here and she was reading my numbers, and she told me, she said, you're a master teacher, but you, my wife, she the finance person, the finance aspect. She said because I don't have that in me, and I'm like, you right. Like I done did so much shit for free, man.
Oh,
Just because that's just my personality. I just like to help and give. But that can be good and bad. So my wife balances me out. She don't let me.
yeah, man. It can be good and bad. You just gotta. That's that when wisdom kicks in.
Yeah. We
In
can't be wise
situations
at
like that.
everything. We
Yeah,
can't be wise at everything.
yeah, it can't be
That's why.
wise in everything, man.
But you know what? This is the wise part about that. Put the people around you. Have good people around you that you trust and you listen to. Because even with my ignorance, it's people around me who I can call, had a conversation with my people earlier. Because sometimes I can be tripping, but you got to have those people around you who are reliable, um, and who will help keep you on track and be there
Hmm.
for them too. That's the thing. That energy needs to be exchanged properly, right? I can't
That's
just
right.
depend on somebody, and when they finally need me, I'm not there. You know, so that's what that's where the wisdom kick in, because I know,
Yeah,
look, that's just something I'm working on. Too many other things I can't work on that. That's just me. I'm a giver. I'm a helper. But I got the right people around me to keep me in line. Like, uh, yeah.
yeah,
So
man.
that
That's yeah, because that basically what I said on my live, and and I asked myself all throughout that time that I went through, the grief I went through, I asked myself what defines a king, and I searched for it and I searched for it, and I finally found the answer. You know, you could be a king in your own kingdom, and your kingdom can be very small, it could be very large, and and I finally realized, and I played a drop on my live earlier today that don't ever take any type of side against the future family again. That's the scene I chose as a drop of the scene on Godfather Part Two when Michael told Frito, don't take don't side with anyone against the family again. Basically telling me that don't be involved in any type of chaos against your peace again. That's how I took that. And and I listened, I was right. And it was right. Because I was all over the place, wishy washy. I mean, people don't even know where I was coming from sometimes. And I told myself earlier in my life that I was not wearing my crown. Without my crown, man, well, I'm not. I ain't nothing. I'm just a normal guy. But if I have my crown on, I'm powerful. You know what I'm saying? Not powerful like I'm big and strong and I can take on a person, but I'm powerful with my mind because I got my peace back.
so your crown is your peace. That's a
Yeah.
tool, bro. That's a tool. I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
that's a tool. And like I said, I create my own tool.
Yeah.
Um, you created your own philosophy and something that keeps you aware and mindful, something that holds you accountable. It was a time in my life where I went into groups and I adapted, and now um, I'm able to go into a group and be myself.
You be yourself.
And
That's right.
yeah, you know, be myself. And
Hmm.
this is just the type of person I am. You know, if I can't affect an environment, then I get out of there. And
That's
when I
right.
say affected, I'm only gonna give positive energy. So if I'm somewhere and I can't give positive energy because it's too negative, I get out of there. Because if I'm not giving positive energy, eventually I'm gonna take on the energy of the environment. Um, so that's what I learned, just in life in general.
Hmm.
So with me, that's one of my tools. Like if I can't go in there, if I can't go somewhere and get a couple people to smile, I get out of there.
Hmm.
I'm not. That's not for me. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it is. I feel that all people should find things that keep them aware, keep them alert, and hold themselves accountable with a tool. And I like the fact that you said, you know, it was your crown. You know, because with
Yeah.
that
Because
crown
you.
on, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Because all throughout my avatars, every time I either go live or go on somebody's panel, I always have my crown as my profile picture. And um, I always have that, and I felt that because with the crown on, every king have a crown, but king can be the wisest king of them all, man. And I was not wise. The stuff I was doing, and I look back, and I was like, why did I do that? That's not me. That's never me. That's not who I am. Because that's why I kind of relate to you, because you being who you are, and you not letting nobody just take that from you. You see, the spirit of chaos kind of took that from me, but I'm not blaming that. I blame myself for that. I blame myself for that, and I should never take that because I was taught when I was a kid not to even let that happen, and I went against my own principles. I went against who I am, and I should never have done that. So that's what I. But I'm good now. I'm good now because I got my crown back, and you saw on my live, I was totally having fun, I was peace and all that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the important thing. And you know what? The situation, it
Hmm.
don't do nothing but make you a better person because guess
Yeah.
what? You were aware. I just heard you take self accountability for the situation. Miss April, you can come back up here. I don't know if your phone died, but you're more than welcome to come back up here, Miss April. With the self accountability, um, that right there, you created a vice to help you keep you aware. It's a process though, bro. I mean, like I said, everybody until the day you go home, everyone is gonna be learning. We all gonna make mistakes. Sometimes we make the same mistakes, but definitely we gonna make new mistakes. You know, life is an experience itself. You know, a lot of times you have to go through the experience to learn from it.
Hmm.
So, um, no, always that's the most important thing. I always tell people, um, especially when it's not when the experience you go through ain't favorable, take something from it.
Yeah.
Take something, and that what you can take is a lesson, and you can become wiser from it. You know, a felon ain't felon is only bad if you decide it is. It's just giving you opportunity to learn.
Right.
Miss
Right.
April, how are you?
Hey, King. Frustrated. I got a new phone and I don't know what I did. Shoot, closed caption was on and all that other kind of stuff. I can't keep up with all this new technology. I done racked my brain. I finally went into the settings and I guess I had hit something and turned on the closed caption or something. My goodness. Oh my God, I can't keep up with this. But
Did
I'm a type of woman I can take constructive criticism And uh, like I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or 30 years ago. And I do self reflections on myself. Like, okay, am I, make sure I do the right thing now, and um don't don't try to seem like I'm. I had a son that I was raising, so I always felt like I couldn't play with him because he's a boy for one. He was a boy, teenager, young man, or whatever. So I always had to make sure I had that fear or that tone in my voice. Like, I don't play with you. I ain't taking no mess off you. Uh, which might have been good, which might have not, but I had to let him know I didn't play. And I still don't play with him, you know. And that, I don't know if that was just a woman thing, a mama thing, or what. Because, he was a boy, and I know people used to say my tone was so hard, but I don't have time to go all around the world explaining something to you. This is the way it was gonna be. And we were talking earlier in Nate's show, and he was saying some people choose to be homeless and you got a family member that'll offer them. A lot of people just don't like to follow the rules.
Mm.
A lot of people want to just do what they want to do, and nothing else matters. And the world don't work like that. It just don't. Don't
Hey,
never look at
Marlene.
things. Huh?
Oh no, I was saying hi to Marlene. I apologize. I
Yeah. They
jumped
will
in the
they
pause.
will never look at themselves in the mirror. Everybody else will always be the problem but them. So, but how can a person, how can you take control of yourself and be happy when you can't even be your own person?
Yeah,
Do y'all understand where I'm coming from with that?
Yeah, because that's
most
that's why a
definitely.
lot of people are unhappy because they can't be
Oh,
themselves. A
okay.
lot of people are unhappy because they can't be themselves. That's just my belief.
You know, the
I don't know
problem
if you
is,
guys. Hmm.
the problem is, I think everyone just want to be liked and all that, and you're so worried about, I want to be liked instead of just being who you are.
Everybody ain't gonna like you.
That's true.
You can do everything right. You can talk proper. You can do everything. You can follow the rules. You could be a law-abiding citizen, and people still gonna find some fault with you because of their own insecurities.
That's
They
right.
just not gonna like you.
Hmm.
And if you get hung up on that, you ain't gonna make it in this world.
Right.
You just ain't gonna make it. Cause trying to be a people pleaser, huh? No. Mm-mm. No. You just can't please everybody. How can you be happy trying to please everybody and you're not even pleasing yourself?
Right.
Uh,
That's where a lot of That's where a lot of the dysfunction start from. Is you seeking happiness outside yourself? Like I put the thumbnail. A lot of people they want validation, right? And to get that, you know, sometimes you got to do what they call clout chasing. Um, and the things you got to do that usually put you in a bad situation, uncomfortable situation, unwanted situation. And once you get the attention, now you got to live with the results. And a lot of these people, and I'm not even gonna say just young people because there's some older people doing stuff too. Like, come on, you know better than that. Even on this app, you know. Uh, so it's people in general. Um, like you said, they just not happy with themselves. They don't do the self maintenance. Um, so they seeking all the things that's really inside themselves, the things that they supposed to um, embody. They seeking it through other people, and a lot of that is through attention and validation.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's so saddening, disheartening. How do you think we could fix that?
Just focus on self. Is
Yeah,
not.
just,
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not for everybody. We can't help everybody. People have to help themselves. Flat
that's
and
true.
simple. I'm just being honest. We can only inspire. Really, you can only truly inspire a person. You can't really do anything for a person they won't accept. They have to accept, and you can't force that. You know, we even throughout time, scare tactics, fear of loss, so many different things were used to get different people to accept things. Now, to make them accept the right thing to do, that goes against basically society, uh, you gonna have fun trying to do that. You know, it's easier to be. I ain't even gonna say it like that. Uh, but think about just think you've been here a lot longer than me, right? So the things you've seen and experienced, think about um, the things you had to go through to learn those things. Do you think a lot of people would be willing to go through what you went through to learn what you know?
No,
You see what I'm saying? So
no.
even that in itself, right? Through all your trials and tribulations, the information and messages that you have to share with us, that's why I'm willing to listen to it because I know I
No.
can't. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. You're willing to share that with me, and now I can just sit back and not have to experience those things, but I can still get the
Right,
same information. So that's how I think. You know, a lot of people don't think like that. Most people
right,
instead of looking at a person and saying how can they compliment me or how can I compliment them, they look at them and say, am I better than them or are they better than me? That's how they view the next person as competition. That's why I talk about no competition but complimenting. You got to think like that when you, especially if you coming into a group. So what I would say is this: just we what we're doing right now, you know, are these the only people I'm truly worried about? The people who come and build with us. Anything
Hmm.
outside of that, I'm gonna be respectful. I can still be supportive, but ultimately, I can't pour too much energy because I need to give back the energy to the people that's giving it to me.
right. And
Hmm.
so that breaks down, you know, that causes division right there too. Be- Because then, like, you gonna only let a person take you so far, and once they take you to that too far moment where you can't take them no more, it's done, and you let them go, and it's not well, I shouldn't say it's a division thing, but it's like I can't do nothing for you. You're gonna have to figure this out yourself because you steady keep making the same mistake and with
Mhm.
the same results. and you don't listen. So I can't waste my time no more.
And that's fair because that's one thing we don't get back, right? It's time. Um,
Right.
Mm-mm.
so, I mean, if a person chooses to keep making the same mistake, they haven't learned that lesson. So that's not even up to you. But like you said, my time I have to utilize in a manner that is beneficial to me. That's how I look at time. Because you don't get that back, you can't buy it, you can't trade for it. Once it's gone, it's gone. So um, there's no point in me. I look at it like this. I try to utilize as much time as I possibly can in a manner to benefit me and my family.
Right. Because that's like everybody in the boat. You got to pedal. Everybody, somebody got to move the oars. Somebody got to pedal it. And if it don't, then that boat gonna sink. If everybody not playing their part.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And people just don't understand that. Like I'll work with you. I'll help with. I'll help you. Like before I moved into to like a senior high rise building that I'm in now. Before I got sick 9 years ago, my first bout of cancer. Um, I lived in apartments, and I let people stay with me, and it's like I'm not gonna charge you no rent or anything for 6 months, but you gotta buy your own toiletries and do this, and then you should have enough money banked that 6 months. But then you looking at them every payday, they doing whatever they want to do and not saving anything, and it's like, what is your purpose of being here? Like I'm trying to help you get a head start, and it don't work like this. You gotta save. So when you leave here, you'll have some money. After them 6 months, do you know have a lot of people I let stay with me were after like the fourth person I was done. Only one of them saved their money. The rest of them had nothing. No, you can't stay here another month. The deal was 6 months. You don't have your money and you got to go. That's it, that's all.
GJ34, what up, brother? And Anita, have a good night, sweetie.
Yeah.
But that's all. I watched my grandmother do that. Growing up, we had a duplex, and she used to, we had one side, and she used to let people move in. She used to let people stay on the other side like family members, and she was supposed to, they were supposed to pay her. They never paid her, and after a couple months, she'd get tired and kick them out. But you know, a couple of them, she said, save your money up so you can get your own. They didn't do that, so she ended up kicking them out. So yeah,
Yeah,
people.
and it's like, you're giving things to people. You're helping them, and they still don't do right. It's like, and some people they didn't have that type of help, and they made it.
Hmm.
They made it. Then the people that get the help, it seems like they just don't do right. It's weird. Like that's crazy to me. But it
Some
is what it is. Like, wow. I wish I could have lived with somebody free for 6 months and just saved my money up. But, you know, what do you do? What do you do?
Hmm.
You know what I learned? Um, I, the knowledge that I would say is to continue to help people. Where the wisdom kick in is where knowing who to help. Because a lot of times that'll change. That'll prevent you from helping, and it might be that fifth person to come that really need the help that is the one person that you are supposed to help that may have a huge impact on the world. You never know. Um, so I would always say, don't change who you are, just change how you do things. You know.
Oh,
That's
but
right.
now you only a person gonna only take so much. They
Yeah.
only gonna take so much, and then that does make it bad because, like you said, that fifth person to come along and they might do the right thing, but you not willing to take them chances no more.
hmm And that. Okay, so like that's what I tell people. That's the spirit of the serpent. That's why those people were sent to you to prevent you from helping that one that um, you say God sent to you. That's what my grandfather used to always tell me. Never change who you are, just change how you do things. Because who we are, our heart, that's what makes us who we are. And that energy is so positive sometimes, just like you said, when you're doing positive things, negative people come around and try to mess with it. And it's the same thing as the spirits, that send spirits or negative people your way to change your heart. And if you change, they win, you know. And like you said, you only go take so
Perfectly
much,
said, man.
you only go take so much, but don't change who you are. Don't change that given spirit. Just change how you do it. Only help the worthy, you know. Um, help those who help themselves. That's how I do. I don't help everybody because I even look at it like this. Sometimes you can help people and actually hinder them because they don't have that. Because they have you to fall back on or use as a crutch that they never learned how to get up when they fall. I had to learn that the hard way. You can't help people who won't help themselves. Only way I can help somebody up if I see them starting to get up. If they trying to get up, then I can help them. But if they just lying there, I can't help them. And that sounds bold, but I'm serious. Like if you
Yeah,
if you fall and you're not attempting to get up, I just have to let because what'll happen is you'll pull me down with you.
pull you down with you up.
You're not even trying to get up. You end up pulling me down with you.
I
This
mean,
is
you
just
have to work with. I mean, I'm trying to help you. I mean, you got to work with me here, man. I'm trying to
hmm
give you some, and you not doing your part. I mean, that's not fair to me, and especially it's not fair to your body, your spirit. Because at the end of the day, your spirit is not like that. Because the spirit belongs to the Most High. Most High is not a lazy being. It's not.
And
You know what I'm saying?
I say it like this too, Miss April, and be a little, I guess, cocky with it. But everyone's not
Oh
worth it
no,
if you
hey, can't nobody come stay with me now. That
no,
it's
and
a
see,
man.
yeah,
Uh
that
mm-mm. I might pay for you a hotel for a week, but ain't nobody. No.
and see that's
Mm-mm.
generous in itself. That's
No,
generous in itself.
no. Uh. No,
Love,
them days is over with. Mm-mm.
Lovey, what's
No,
up? Next, what's up? I don't blame you. I don't blame. Hey,
them days is over with.
um,
Mm-mm.
it,
God bless the child that has his own. Uh-uh. No. Mm-mm.
Well,
And, and and then
um,
the thing of it is, you don't try to be petty, because like I say, we can't all, everybody else, they can all live together and everybody can do their part. We get to complaining about toilet tissue. How much tissue somebody using? How many paper towels they done use? And all that other kind of stuff. But after a while, when everything is on you, all of that do become important.
yeah,
So Yeah.
I had a cousin who stayed with me. I used to get so furious because he'd take the garbage out when the garbage can is half full. I'm like, bro, you know how much more room in that bag? Like, stop wasting my garbage bags. So I know what you're
See,
talking about. I
see
know
what
what
I,
you're talking about. Like, oh man, I used to, and I buy the hefty ones. Them things ain't cheap.
no,
The
they should not. They really ain't cheap now.
yeah,
Shoot,
and
I
I'm
went
like,
to Family Dollar and got my stuff, and the lady was like 60 some dollars. I'm like, for some tissue and paper towels and Tide detergent and stuff, like, what's really going on? Mm-hmm. But
oh man.
and then now when they were staying with you, how many times did you have to tell them that? You should only have to tell them that once. And they
Four
should have
times.
followed the rules of the house.
Full time. I had to tell him that. I had to tell him to take his shoes off at the door. Yeah, it wasn't. He only lasted a couple of weeks. I told him like, you got to go, cause
Right,
I
because you don't want to follow the rules.
yeah
Why can't
that's
people follow the rules? You know, somebody let you stay with them and you can't even follow the rules of the house. You want to go to somebody else's house and take over their house.
Mhm.
Like, where they do this at?
Amos. What up, brother? Amos said my brother said stack ammo, toilet paper, and ramen. Hey, I'm down with. I'm down. I'm down, bro. Hey, I ain't got the toilet paper. I got like 2 cases of toilet paper, but I got the ramen and the ammo, bro.
You get that Raymond though. That Raymond though.
I keep that, and I only eat the top ramen. I don't eat the Oriental ramen. I only eat the top. I'm just playing, man.
Yeah, where does ramen noodle thing come from? Man, they didn't.
Man,
Man, that was the dish back in the day. The Raymond noodles, boy.
you know, I can cook ramen noodles without a stove or microwave. I can go outside, make a fire, and still eat ramen noodles.
Oh
That's
Lord
that's that's
Almighty!
why you stack it. You never know, Mike, what happens. If the power or something go out, what you got to eat? I'm
That's
telling you, bro.
true.
I got some man. I got cases of ramen noodles. I got 3 different purifiers for water. I got different things. Look, I'm gonna give y'all a life hack. Check this out. Get you a 9-volt battery and some steel wool. You'll always be able to start a fire. I'm telling you, God, honest truth. I can start fires with 9-volt
Uh-uh.
battery.
Now another thing that gets me is like I use Angel soft toilet tissue. Tide detergent. I've been using Tide detergent my entire life when it was in the box. You know, now I use the liquids. Then you ask somebody to pick up those items. They want to come back with the generic stuff. No, you know what I use here.
Hey, hey, look, I ain't bougie with a lot of stuff, but I'm only like I get mad. I tell my wife like, nah, just go get me a packet of Charmin's Ultra. That's all I'm putting on my derriere is Charmin's Ultra. Look, I don't ask for a lot of things in life, but leave my toilet paper alone. I need Charmin's Ultra. That's what I need. I need the ones where it don't get stuck like the bear said on the commercial. That's what I need. So. Anything else, I'm open, but I need my Charmin's Ultra.
But they'll use your good stuff up, and when they replace it, they want to replace it with some generic stuff.
I,
No,
my,
no.
my when
Mm-mm.
my family come over, they know what toilet paper roller not to use. They don't. Look, my family love me, but they don't bother me. They don't bother because they don't like to see me when I'm angry. They don't like to see me hulk out because I get mad for like I get yeah. So no, they leave my toilet paper alone. It's certain things I don't play with my toilet paper and I don't play with my chicken wings. My
Oh,
wife,
chicken wings.
man, look, let me tell you something. My wife Middle
Uh,
Eastern, right? And she ordered some chicken for my dad's birthday. And like, so her culture is like when anytime somebody come over, she got to feed them, right? So as everybody leaving, she was like, "Y'all want some chicken?" Everybody looked at me and said no. They was like, "Leave his chicken alone. His ego be mad." Like, no, taking no chicken from here. Don't nobody take chicken from my house. Don't do it. I don't care if we had a barbecue or cookout. You can eat it while you're there, but if you're going home, leave my chicken here.
Get that right. I don't eat chicken the next day, especially that shit barbecue.
Right. Leave my chicken alone. I
Hmm.
don't ask for much. It's just I need my toilet paper and my chicken. After that, you good. Uh,
Or wait a minute. Don't eat. You know, you put things in the refrigerator, right?
uh-huh.
And the next day you go back or you wake up that morning and you think about, oh, I didn't eat all of my salad. I didn't eat all of whatever you ordered. And you go to the refrigerator, mouth watering, and somebody done ate your stuff. Boy, I tell you, oh, that was another thing. You just ate my stuff. You didn't ask. You
The
know you didn't got it.
I tore up when I worked at the hospital. I'm trying to plug my computer in, and I'm tripping over. I ain't know my son put his little track right here, but I tore up the break room one day working at the hospital because this doctor bit my sandwich, and what made me I was pissed when he did it. But what made me snap is when I asked him, he said yeah and laughed. So I flipped one of the tables and I grabbed the refrigerator, slammed one, grabbed the microwave, threw it at him. He ran in the back room. They trying to hold me back. I'm just like, Terrence, like you just laughed at me and ate my sandwich, bro. Like I snapped and I was already having a bad day. But yeah, I don't. It wasn't even the fact that it was just like the level of disrespect. Like
Yeah,
like you knew it was my sandwich and you bit it. And you told me about it and you laughed at me because you think I won't do nothing. And I snapped. I lost it.
yeah, yeah. Just inconsiderate and ungrateful, you
Yeah.
know. Or you order, especially don't order one of these good old deep dish pizzas from Dear Jono's up here, and you know, you tell everybody, oh, that's all right. I'll eat my pizza later, and then you get up wanting your pizza and it's all gone. Oh my God, yeah, ungrateful little son of a guns. No. Time to go. You got to go. You eating up my food. You ain't telling me. You bring it in generics. You ain't buying my brand of stuff. It's time to go. No, no, no. Mm-mm. Then when they get paid, they ain't buying nothing. They ain't buying nothing. Uh, they want to go to Little Caesars with theirs, but you buying the expensive stuff. What you used to now. Mm-mm. Then they act like they doing you a favor.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, Frankie, Home Alone ain't even a word, bro. If you see this thing come up to like above my knees, it's like a little car track thing, right? Where he play with his cars at, but I can't see, so I didn't know it was right by the chair. When I stood up to plug my computer back in, I tripped over it. And I would have fell down into the family room too. I would have been all bent up, bro. Yeah, Home Alone ain't the word. I would have fell on the rest of his toys. I gotta after I get off here. I don't even when we turned the family room into like his little playroom where all his toys at, and he got a TV in. So I don't even clean it up until after he sleep.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we just shooting the breeze, having a few laughs and stuff tonight. Yeah, we talking about some of y'all folks. Y'all know what y'all do. Hmm. Y'all know exactly what y'all
I'm not.
do. Huh?
I'm not. But
Y'all know
the
what
word
y'all
the word
do.
salute to you, man. I'm about to get off, man. It's like 2:21. I gotta give you some sleep.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
we
you,
be
bro.
up this time of night. Yeah. But
Hey,
yeah,
All right.
that's just how our people do, you know. And it's sad, sad.
Y'all have a good
Uh-uh.
night. I'm about to go. I'll be
Yeah.
back.
you too, bro. And
Then, then,
anytime the link
then,
drop, bro, feel free to hit it.
yeah.
Okay, man. I appreciate it. All right.
Hey,
Y'all
it
have a good
was
night.
nice chatting with you. Hey, the
Hey,
word.
make sure you type something in the link so we can drop your link in there too.
Okay, man. All
All
right.
right.
Have a good night.
Then another thing that kills me is you letting them live with you, and then you fuss about your stuff. They want to call you petty.
Yeah, you know what? That we adopted that name. We got a petty gang over here, Miss April. Yeah, we got a petty gang. So I'm Pastor Petty now. As
Oh,
for what up, we got realist one down there. He the realist petty. Then we got Juju. She pretty petty. We got
okay.
We got James. He's shirtless petty. Um, Nate the Great is top five petty, aka eulogy petty, and then Kalani is financial
Yeah,
petty. Uh,
I can see Nate being eulogy petty. Yeah, okay.
yeah, that was Will.
Okay.
Yeah,
What is
and then
Papa? What is Papa Will?
we didn't get Papa Will ain't part of the petty crew yet. He ain't joined.
Oh,
We ain't initiate him yet. No,
okay.
and then we got our final member of the petty group is Tay. She tunnel petty. So yeah, we got a
Oh,
petty.
okay.
Yeah, it was an
Yeah,
incident that
what Tay
happened.
then?
Uh,
Yeah, where is Tay? Where's she at?
she probably sleep. You know, we
Oh,
had catch.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, sometimes we catch her, and she'd come in and pick with me for a minute. But yeah, she
Mm-hmm.
working in
Oh,
the
yeah, she
morning.
probably got to go to work because you did say she had a job. Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Mm-hmm.
during the week, I
Yeah.
think she worked Monday through Friday. So
Uh-huh.
some nights she'd come in and catch us, but most nights.
Oh, okay.
Hey, can y'all
Yeah,
do me a
you
favor and throw?
listening? Hey, Tay. Yeah.
Can y'all do me a
Mm-hmm.
favor and throw King's chat in the? Thank you, I appreciate you, Frankie.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's how we do it. It's unfortunate, It's it's just the way it is. It's like that. Yeah. So
Tam
what
Tam
do you do?
Tam
What do
Tam.
you do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
see that's the hard part is I mean, but certain things you just learn ain't for you too, and people living with you is not for you. I definitely be through there. Yeah, I definitely be through there tomorrow, Tam Tam. Just yeah, drop your link and make sure we support
Oh,
Tam Tam.
Tam in the chat. Hey,
Yeah,
Tam, I was in her silent live earlier today.
yeah,
She do some great shows. Everybody, you know what? Everybody does great shows to me.
yeah. Everybody brings something different.
Everybody does great shows. Like, I'm not the one, some people they got great lighting and all of that other kind of stuff. I don't be showing my face and stuff that much cuz shoot. Mm-mm.
G GJ34. Well, we came to the conclusion tunnel petty means like tunnel vision petty. Like she just focused petty. So instead of call her focus petty, we call her tunnel petty. That's what we
Mm.
came up with. I don't really know what it meant. I kind of thought it was like, I don't know. I'm not
Oh,
even gonna
okay.
say what I thought.
Yeah, I could see Nate because Nate was 38 hot the other day. We had a whole service on him
Yeah.
not being able to play that music.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Nate gonna give YouTube a eulogy in a minute. Yeah, he definitely. If I, you
Nate
know, if I, now watch
in
this.
the chat,
Yeah,
cause
if I said,
I'm scared to touch the phone now. Shoot,
no, Nate is
I
like
might
candy,
press.
man.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
might press the wrong button. So
yeah,
I ain't even touching it to even see what who's even in the chat. But yeah, Nate was 38 hot, and I was trying to tell him, shoot,
yeah,
when it comes to that music thing's so touchy. My friend did her last show tonight on this site, cause it's called Spreaker. They were doing music podcasts, and they took her whole platform away due to
mm,
copyright infringements. She did her last show tonight, and I went in there. Um, it was about 30 of us. She did her last show. Yeah, that music stuff, it's a trip. Everybody trying to get paid.
and
Mm-mm.
it's like that's like even like I've known people who came on here and literally taught out of a book and got the channel struck for misinformation. Like it's in a book that's published and it's information. So that's why even being careful of how I talk about things on here. Because ultimately,
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause
I can.
yeah, you can't be using people content. Yeah, they shoot.
It's stuff like if you talk about if you go against the three main religions, you can get a copyright strike for misinformation. I've seen it done 6 different times on 6 different people. If you talk
Oh yeah,
anything negative about the three
yeah,
main religions, they can get you for
yeah.
misinformation. So,
Well, they
you
start doing that on Facebook too.
yeah.
If
Oh,
you would
Facebook
make
is
a
bad.
post and
Yeah,
stuff,
Facebook is bad. Uh,
and they was like all of this fact checking and all this stuff, and you
yeah,
like, wait a minute now, hold up.
but it is to be fair though. There is a lot of misinformation out there. Some crazy stuff. But I'm saying like if I have like at least give me the opportunity to prove what I'm saying. I mean, and those points could have been made, you know, and could have been shown, but no, they took his channel. Um, he only had one strike, and then they took the whole channel for misinformation. So that was wild. Um,
Wow, they took a whole channel for.
yep,
Jeez.
yep, they took a
And
whole
that's
channel.
why I try to tell people, like, knowing what they do, like we really got to keep up to date because a person puts a lot of time into their channels. They're getting on here, they're talking, and they're doing everything, and you don't want them just to take your hard work away. But then, you know, you got to dance to their music. It is what it is. It shouldn't be that way, but it would be nice um, if we had our own sites. But we not gonna put our money together. Or are there any black social media sites out there?
I know two of them are being developed. I think it is one right now, one or two, but I know for certain it's two of them being developed right now. And yeah, that's gonna be one of them. Gonna be, I know for a fact, gonna be hot. Yeah.
Man, I
Uh,
bet you it's gonna be ratchet as I don't know what.
well,
Woo!
this one ain't. This one ain't. It's more like a social club. This one you have to actually pay to get on. So, but what you'll be able to do in the partnership you can gain in it. Um, I mean, from what I've seen, it should be uh, more lucrative than YouTube, but you do have to. It's like a startup fee, which I ain't gonna mind paying because, um, yeah. Let me stop talking because it ain't even out yet. But Yeah, it's two of
Well, I
them.
hope they do come up with a black on social media site, or I would join. I would join, and I would follow the rules too, cause they gonna still have to have rules as well.
Yeah, everything should have structure. Hi, shot woman. What up? Appreciate you, sir. Yeah, everything should have structure. And you're right. As for they pick and choose, they on this app they pick and choose what they allow and what they don't. There's some stuff
Mhm.
on here that shouldn't be on here at all. And then you get people playing music or you know responding to something, and they get their channels clap. That's what I said. It's like um, it's to me. It's just life is already hard enough as it is. So I try not to do anything to complicate my experience even more.
Mhm.
These are the things I tell that go on in my head when things happen. I gotta think all these
Man, I'm so
thoughts.
glad I quit all the cursing and fussing. Man, I was bad on here at one time. Shoot, I was snapping left and right. Mm-hmm.
Good
So,
night, Tam Tam. I'll see you tomorrow.
yeah,
Yeah, when you
yeah,
yeah, I'll
Tam,
make sure the notifications on.
yeah, Tam them, they got they got them a little group they call Kingdom Builders, and
Oh,
that's great.
This Tam Tam rocks. I don't think it's that Tam
Oh,
Tam.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was always Tam. Okay.
Oh no, this Tam Tam rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got a rock painting channel. And like I said, it's like when I was naming the different types of channels, I was thinking of Tam Tam as I was saying relaxing because like when I watch her videos, it's just like kind of relaxing. It's like you kind of
Oh,
fall
okay.
back
I
in.
wonder, am
Yeah,
I
it's like
subscribed? 'Cause I thought I was subscribed to everybody.
yeah, her channel is therapeutic for me. Just watch. I don't know. I guess it's the stroke of the rocks when she painting her voice, and she just be chilling. So it's
Oh, she takes
therapeutic.
rocks and paints them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, she got a business. She got a business.
Oh, okay. Ooh, girl, congratulations. Let me
Mhm.
subscribe to her channel
Yeah,
and make sure I get to sharing her out. God dang
yeah.
it, where
Tam
my
Tam good people.
glasses at? Oh man. Mm, wow, hold on. I'm on my tablet now. Let me see. Oh, Tam Rocks. Okay, I see it. Okay, I just subscribed. I
Yeah,
hit the
see,
notifications for all. Now, let me play a video on the tablet. It's muted, so that way she got a lot of shorts on here.
yeah.
Okay.
Tam Tam rocks. That's a perfect name because Tam
Yeah,
Tam.
yeah. And so,
See, told you. I call his name 3 times. He'll pop up like Candyman.
who done came? Who done popped up?
Nate.
Oh, there. Okay, there go Nate. Nate, we done talked. You right. Unity Nate. Okay,
I
yeah.
said his name
So,
3 times. He
see, that's
popped up.
what I do when I be subscribing to people's channel. That's why I have my tablet. So now I got one of her videos playing, cause you gotta play that video
And see, I had to learn that. Bro, you know
in
I'm always
order
talk
for
good
them to
shit
get
on.
the credit.
You know I'm always speak great on Nate the Great, bro. I'm always go, make sure my brother got some positive vibes out there.
Mm-hmm.
I just say
Okay.
that when we say your name 3 times, you pop up like Candyman.
Mm-hmm.
No, we was talking about the Petty crew, and I was telling her you top five, aka Eulogy Petty.
Mm-hmm. So
But
were
even
all of y'all like friends before this?
no, I met Miss Tracy. How you doing? No, actually, Let's see. I think the longest person I actually knew on here is probably is Lovey. Actually, the longest person I knew on here is Lovey. I met her. Lovey, where did I meet you at? Was it Miss 504 chat? I know I met most like Nate, Lovey, or Miss 504 chat. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then everybody else I met through Nate. Like almost everybody. S Ford I met
Mm-hmm.
through Miss 504 chat. Um, Shaw Woman I met through Nate chat. Tam Tam I met through Nate chat. Nefertiti I think I met in Thug Life. What's up, bro? G Grateful I met in Nate's chat. He was picking my brain. I love because almost anything you say, GJ3 Full, uh, his intellect, especially with biblical and with the scripture, is high. He got very high intellect, um, and he can, um, and he utilizes like he can use the Bible as like most people use philosophy. He can explain it to you in the meanings of it. So I can say something that he can break it down in the Bible verse. So I appreciate him. Um, like you know, these people like that keep you sharp. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
keep you humble too. Like he keep me
Mm-hmm.
humble. He'll watch a video and he'll remind me sometimes of some things I may not be aware of. So he keep me humble too. So I appreciate him. You know. But I
Mm-hmm.
met him through Nate chat. I met Miss Tracy through you. Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
um, it's good people. I'm gonna get but by the time I go on, Miss 504 will be asleep. So I'm gonna get her over here one day. Not to drag
Mm-hmm.
her over here one day.
Yeah.
But
Okay. I
yeah, she,
subscribe to Tam Tam. I yeah, and I got her video playing on the tablet, so she'll get the credit. Mm-hmm.
yeah, Tam good people. Like I said, it's therapeutic. Sometimes, especially when the kids running around, and it's like, okay, let me just chill for a minute.
Oh yeah, painting rocks and putting different colors on them. I could see how that could be good therapy. I'm gonna be out there tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna be getting this dirt all softened up and chopped up so we can start us a garden over here. Uh, we're gonna have like a little community garden. So I'm gonna be trying that out. Hmm. Trying to
That's
grow me some greens and tomatoes and cucumbers and something else. So I need y'all to, wish me luck getting out there. I'm gonna do the best I can do for how long I can do it. I'm gonna get my hands all dirty and everything, but I got my gloves and stuff. So yeah,
that can be therapeutic too. Um,
hmm yeah.
Like that'd be therapeutic
So,
too. And see, a lot of that, like doing stuff like that, is like self maintenance. I believe the more active you are, um, the more you occupy your thoughts, the less you can think about things you don't want, and focus more on things you do want. Like I whittle. I don't know if you know what that is. And her phone, she probably pushed the wrong button. But Thug Life, what up? Appreciate you, bro. Miss Tracy. But they're definitely self maintenance, man. So hey, as for do you got her new link? I was about to say you can drop that in the chat. Um, y'all shout out Miss 504. She got a new channel. Yeah, show her some love. But yeah, definitely self maintenance, self awareness, self care. That's all important. Uh oh, Candyman is here.
Stop talking shit about me as soon as I go away, man. Stop talking that madness, man.
I was talking all good stuff. I was telling Miss April you was top 5 petty, aka eulogy petty.
I am top 5 petty because I could be floating around, know somebody said something about me. No,
I
nah,
hit
I'm good,
that
bro.
doggone wrong button again.
Stop
Hey,
doing that, Miss
Nate.
Lady. Stop doing that, Miss Lady. Stop knocking yourself off the pen.
I know. Hey, Nate.
Yeah.
Nate. We was talking. I said, don't you just hate it when people want to call you petty? And he said, oh, we got the petty crew. So he said Nate was known as the eulogy petty. I said, yep, I can see it. Because Nate eulogized us about this music the other night.
Oh, I'm giving more eulogies out. They're gonna be extra petty. Don't worry.
So I said Nate was 9mm hot that night. I laughed. I was trying to calm you down and tell you it ain't. It really isn't them. It's BMI and all of the music companies. I had a friend do a show tonight. It was her last show. They took her channel on Spreaker for copyright infringements. Everybody want to be paid now. Everybody. Yeah.
They should have thought about that years ago. Not now. I'm just trying to play some music to calm the people down. I don't even want to get paid for it. Nigga, shoot.
I swear, 'cause music is my therapy. Man, going back listening to some of that old school rap that I come on with Poor Righteous Teachers and EPMD, Ice Cube, Flavor Flav, um, Grandmaster Flash, Curtis Blow. I mean, a lot of people was giving some great messages back then in rap music. And then I liked my Too Short too. I still like Too Short. So yeah, I was.
You know what's crazy? They let me play one Too Short song that everybody else was having a problem playing. It seemed like Papa Will, shout out to Papa Will. Somebody else had a problem playing that song. I played the song, didn't get no problems. Blow the whistle. I didn't get no problems for that, but everybody else
Blow
had
the
to play that
whistle
song.
is the jam. Yeah, yeah. Too Short didn't get a lot of airplay time, but he still was famous. You
Yeah.
know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. His
They didn't give me no
favorite
hits
word,
with
I learned that word from him. Lord, how much?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the thing. They didn't give me no problem for that song, but I remember when Papa Will was playing the song, they immediately said interrupted. I said, how, Craig? I just played this last night and didn't get no copyright. I think it's the video. I think what it is, some of them would be they notice when you playing either a video or you because I noticed when they was letting me play the lyric song, whether the lyric screen or whatever, I ain't get no issues for that.
Right.
It's either
If
the
you
video
play
itself or
something
something
that
else.
somebody else uploaded, but
Yeah.
if you play it from like the topic, like from their music, or they site, then I think that's where you get that copyright thing. So if you play something somebody else uploaded, but if you play the artist's actual song from their site, I believe, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. But everybody want to get paid. Everybody want that little royalty check, and that little money adds up. I think they get paid 3 times a year, or however they set it up, so that 5 cents or 10 cents or however much they get, I guess it adds up.
I can
Hmm.
understand that, but see, that's the thing. I can see if you was doing something along the lines of, I see, you could call me a DJ because I'm just playing music like most DJs is playing. I'm not promoting nothing. You don't hear me. Yeah, man, come that nigga new album next week. Yada yada yada. Like now, if it's something along those lines, I can see you getting at me like, yo, bro, you know we gotta get paid for this. Man. But I'm just playing music to bypass the time a lot of times and just vibing with the people. The shit I'd be doing in normal time. I'd be sitting right in the park right now if it was 100 degrees. Boombox, blunts in the air, barbecue. That's it. Chilling with the people.
Well, we have music battles on YouTube as well. So it'll be starting up soon. I'll tell them I got a person that might want to be interested in doing a music battle. And people vote. So, yeah. And matter of fact, it was a lot of times, like the show, they had to go in and take down some of the music from the music battle. Yep. I'm gonna try to find that link from that music battle that I was in. So yeah.
I'm about to be top 5 petty with these eulogies, especially to the higher ups. And as we lay down these higher ups that won't let me play my music in the club, may us all remember that they breath smell like trout. And stop being petty.
Hey, GJ34, I think you're right on that, bro. It's the industry itself. Back then, the music, like the love making music, just the happy, joyous dancing music was way better than what we got now. But that was the music they was putting out. Just like now, the music they putting out, it's still good artists making all this good music. They just not promoting them. They putting these other people in front of them. But all that's for a reason too. I ain't even gonna talk about that.
They got to do their own work now. That's all. They got to do more of their own work. They got to do a whole lot of collabing now. That's the end thing to do now. So, yeah. But I'm gonna get on that. Huh?
No, I was saying I was gonna be honest. That is the truth though. They putting people in certain positions because again, I could be honest with you. I still listen to Nas. I just listened to his most recent album that just dropped. That shit is fire. That's what I'm saying.
Nas, bro.
Nas, even Mace.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I listened to that the most recent Nas album that just dropped recently. That shit is fire. Compared to a few people that just put out albums left and right, Nas' album was actually it was nice. That's what I'm saying. You got people that still putting out that message or still, rapping the way they've been rapping, but they trying to give us with this dumb down music that I gotta pop 10 pills and the perk to feel good music. Nah, I don't need all that shit.
Right. Cause I like some of that old Ice-T and Ice Cube music too. That Death Certificate by Ice-T, Ice Cube, that was his best CD to me.
Did you know? No, not Little Nas, woman.
Not Little Nas X. So about Nasir Jones. No. Let me get this right. Nasir Jones, Fredo nigga. What I look like, a Play-Doh nigga?
Nostradamus is the left. We ain't talking about that Little Nas. That's the one that came down on a slide and went into the devil's mouth on them BET Awards. I'm like, what the heck am I watching? I got to put the blessed oil all on the TV.
I'm telling you, the shit you see now is the shit that they promoting us. Nah, but it's not funny because it's like, bro, like this is the thing's prime example. When the kids are sitting down watching certain things, some of these parents having their kids watch these shows with them anyway. Now, how you explain that to a kid, yo, mom, why you doing this for? Like, come on, bro. Like, how you ask your pops, why the fuck this nigga hey, pops, is he supposed to be doing this? Like, come on, like, I'm not even trying to be funny. You live your lifestyle the way you see fit, but you still gotta have a moral code and boundary, bro.
Yeah,
It's just
I
some
mean,
things you
stuff,
can't do in front of people,
bedroom,
bro.
yeah, bedroom stuff should not be exposed in the public. I just feel that way. You remember, like when I was growing up, like even TV shows, you'll see people walk in the bedroom and then a time lapse, and then they come out. You know,
Yeah.
now they showing what they doing in the bedroom. I don't think it, even if that's not entertainment though. I mean, they got movies for that. Go watch those. But when you watching, sitting down, watching a movie, you don't need to play all that, man. I mean,
I'm
it's
about to
too
say,
much. But they do
let
it
me
for a
blame
reason.
Wesley Snipes for that one. ever since New Jack City and shit, I'm gonna blame Wesley for that. I was like, like, yo, we gonna
but
make this real, son. We gonna make this real out here.
but to be honest, I mean, all these forms of entertainment, and this is why I tell people, be careful because you are being influenced if you know it or not. It happens on a subconscious level. They desensitize. You know, you see all this stuff in movies, hearing it all in rap. So when it happen in real life, it's no big deal. It's no complaint. It's no outrage because you've been conditioned for it to. Um, you've been conditioned to it. You've been desensitized to it. That's why, like right now, black on black violence is a form of entertainment. That's how people look at it. When black people get or something happening, they don't call the police or try to break it up. They film it because and they want a world star. You know,
Check this out. What do you think about everybody, about all of these different people saying don't go to the Beyonce concert? It's an initiation concert.
honestly, I don't. I mean, I don't even know. I'm not even a Beyonce fan.
Oh, okay. Neither am I.
Yeah, I'm not a
Yeah.
Beyonce. Like I don't a lot of that stuff they say about her though. Like I understand the occult science, you know. So a lot of that stuff people say out of ignorance. They don't truly understand what a lot of that stuff means or what it is. You know, is made like when people talk about Freemasonry, unless you went into a temple or actually know a Mason, you really truly don't understand what they are. Just like when people say the Illuminati, think about this: if the Illuminati was real, do you really think you would know about them for what they say these people do? Do you really think you would know about these people?
I don't know, cause I believe some of the stuff that Jaguar Wright be saying, Orlando Bloom. Uh,
And see
I
that's not the Illuminati. Those are people playing having power trips. That's not the Illuminati isn't the enlightened ones. That has
um,
nothing to do with Illuminati. The stuff I know what
well,
you're talking about.
they
So
say
wait,
all of
I
the
got a question.
clothes.
What was that? What was
That,
the situation about Martin? That wasn't Illuminati chasing his ass?
But see, this is what I'm telling you.
No, I'm
What
saying.
you understand about the Illuminati is not fact.
Yeah.
It's some. It's like it's like a. It's like a fairy tale. But it is something in that instance. But like I said, you would never know the name of it because if you know his name, then you know his aware. They can't have control. How often do you hear people talk about the Rothschilds?
but talk about the what?
The Rothschilds.
A few people. It been some
A
people
few
talking about
people.
that.
You see what I'm saying? A few people. You know, most
Nah,
people
because
don't
every
know the
time,
seven. Go
on
ahead.
my fault. Nah, as I'm
No,
saying, sometimes even when you put in knowledgeable and truthful information, they'll knock your shit down off here too. I've seen
knock
this
that
happen.
shit
Somebody
down,
did a
bro.
full in depth. I seen somebody a couple years ago do a full in depth about certain families, and no sooner than that shit get more than 1,000 views, they shut the whole video down, saying he was giving false information and some other shit. I'm like, what the
Bro,
fuck?
you talk about shutting your video down. That had your memories on the side of a wall, bro. Like, I'm just being real, man. I'm being 100, bro. You ain't like how. Why is it like, bro? Come on now. Like, tell me y'all don't. Okay, I don't. Let me say it politically correct. So we know the Cash App owner has just passed away, right?
Yeah.
He unfortunately he was murdered. He was stabbed to death, right? Meaning somebody had to be close to him to kill him, right?
Uh,
Not even a day after he died. I think it was like 15 hours. The feds come out and say they have a new system like Cash App about to roll out.
Crazy.
No,
That's
that's a
a
hit.
coincidence,
Because I'm
man.
going to tell
Nah,
you,
that's a hit.
that man with
That's
that
That's a
cash
coincidence.
app, that man was rich. All of them fees cash app was charging to get your money.
He went.
anything
That
What
that
up,
dude
young
they,
was
brother?
super rich.
He
anything they
didn't.
feel they could dig their hands into, they gonna definitely dig their hands into it. And that is the irony though. That could have just been a calculated hit. All right, how we get rid of this person, especially if he got. All right, let's get rid of him. That's just my opinion.
Shit
Don't
to
come at me.
it. Right. Well, I'm just saying that's why I put it that way. Like, is that a coincidence? You know, hours after this man died, the Fed said, "Okay, we got something similar to that, so don't worry about it." And now, you know, eventually Cash App will disappear because you have Fed now doing the same thing the Cash App do.
Riaz, what's going on, bro? We know
Mm,
you good.
mm.
We know you good, son.
Mhm. Oh, that's my boy, Young Riaz. I didn't know until
Who is that?
did you know he shared some information. I appreciate you. He go join. He said he'd join the special when I do autism, but he was giving us some information about autism yesterday.
Oh yeah, when I was at the Baptist State Convention, they were actually holding classes on kids with autism. As a
Yeah,
matter of fact, the organization I belong to, I'm on the board. Uh, her child is an autistic child, so I really commend people for dealing with autistic children and stuff, because you really got to have some patience. But thank goodness now they're offering, they have more programs available, and I need to know where all of this autism come from, because when I was coming up, shoot, it was rare. Now it's like, shoot, a
The most
lot of
you had to worry about back in the day, at
kids.
least when I was coming up too, you had to worry about kids who, all right, prime example, those who was born from parents of who are junkies, right? So you either had to worry about one of them either being blind, deaf, or if it was slight mental retardation. That was mostly what we really encountered. And certain ones that's already been out like Tourette's and certain shit like that. I mean, but yeah, autism, that shit just spiked out of nowhere, in my opinion. That shit just
Yeah,
came
I'm
crazy,
telling
crazy,
you,
man.
ain't it something? Like, what really happened there? Cause this, like, shoot, one out of every 5 children being born is autistic, and it's all races too. So that's something. That is really something. That blows my mind right there. A lot of people say it comes from the vaccinations. That's why people don't vaccinate their kids anymore. But yeah, this autism stuff, it just blows my mind. Yeah. But they try to say that it was always already here. People was just being misdiagnosed. I'm like, that's a lie. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, because I believe if it was really something that been here for the longest, they would have been had this analyzed. The same way you could tell when the kid was blind and everything else, you should be able to tell when somebody has a form of anything outside of normalcy. So I'm not inclined to believe that shit neither.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie. My nephew has autism, but I know it's different forms of it, and there's different levels of autism. So I am
Yeah.
not well versed to uh, responsibly have a conversation. That's why Christy in the chat, she can, and also my sister. She planned on coming on Wednesday, so I'm gonna do that show Wednesday. Hopefully, young Rios can come up. Frankie got um, a son that's autistic. What up, young Rios?
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
hey,
Yeah,
Mark.
I
Hey, brother.
commend you.
To be honest, though, what I think is autism for me is not a disease. It just makes me different from everyone else. Why are we treating it this way? I'm different and I'm special in my own way. Autism is not a disease.
I feel you. And that's the best way to put it. And that's the best way to let the people know, even for those who do have it. Because trust me, I've been around a couple people. One person in my building got her son is autistic, but he's smart as all hell. He might not be talking, but he's smart. Like he knows everything he need to know, and he's being properly guided in the right areas. Shoot, he might be working out at one of these fast food spots out here at some point. You know,
Yes,
it's all about just having the right people around you.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, honey, I love you anyway. It don't matter.
yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah, I just met
Yeah.
you, so I didn't even know it was that. I didn't even know it was on that level neither. I just met you recently, bro. So you
yeah.
know, you just did something. You just
I'm
did something that's
basically
strong
high
and encouraging.
functioning. Oh wait, the spectrum I fall under is high functioning basically. On the spectrum, I fall high functioning, but I don't show the symptoms because I no only sometimes you might see it because I've actually grown older and I've started changing up a bit basically. Like I've started improving on things that I've never done before.
Hey, that's
Well,
great.
you're bringing courage. You bringing courage to those who might want to bring something out to the forefront. You know,
Yeah,
that's a good
I
look
can't
right there.
absolutely, Nick. I can't really let people like me pretty much be stigmatized, though, Know how you guys feel, though.
Yeah,
And how you feel, though.
yeah.
Hmm.
You just got to build around the right people, and you're gonna have the
Yeah.
people that are gonna see what it is. And again, that's courage
Yeah.
right there in itself.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you know what's crazy? Um,
My
speaking on
mom
something
was
me
the
and
one
Rich,
who pushed me to do better throughout the process when I was growing up having this, though. I didn't know I have it, but, when I became a teen, now I started knowing it. But my mom was the one who pushed me to, go past what others expected.
'Cause you had a great mom. You got a great mom, bro.
Yeah.
Tech. So what up, though? Appreciate you.
no,
Yeah,
you're gonna always
Christian.
have the right parents doing the right things, and even
You
see,
know.
we gonna have those who are gonna do the right things, especially if they know their kids are on a specific level. That's extra parenting, extra attention. You know that child is gonna need. That's where the patience and the strength comes in. I think
I
some
know.
Yeah.
people got it
I
and
know.
some people don't.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is, like pretty much, here anyway. So everyone wants me to conform to the way they have standards for me, but no one truly wants me to be myself.
Now you gotta always be yourself, bro. Listen, I don't
I
care
know I
what
have to be.
spectrum.
No, 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 no. No, that's not my point. My point is, I'm always gonna be myself, but I always have to conform to what other people want me to be.
You don't necessarily have to. Again, you can be yourself. You can't conform to nobody but yourself. The most you
I
can
know.
do is work on what you need to work on. That's really about it. If there's anything really to be worked on, you can't help but so much. You still live in
Yeah,
an active life.
yeah.
You still blessed to see people every day. So you just gotta live the way life. Man, listen, I know people who are in wheelchairs, been in wheelchairs since they was kids. They let
But
nothing stop them from doing what they doing and living their best life, and they still living their best life today. So
I know.
you just gotta do what works for you.
Absolutely.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna drop down, y'all, because I don't want to fall asleep and get to snoring. So I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna be in the chat listening.
Yeah. You better not be falling asleep. Uh-huh. Nah, but it's the truth though, and I can say that to anybody. You know, we all ain't gonna fucking be born the same. Some might be
Mhm.
on the high spectrum, some could be on the low spectrum. That don't make you less of a human. The only thing you can
Yeah.
do is live your life and try not to conform to madness that they try to get you to conform to. Live your
Yeah,
life the way you see fit.
that is so true. That is so true. But you know the thing is, when we say that we don't really care about other people think, that might be true in some level, but there's also like the other level where we actually do care though what others think at the same time. I know we're not supposed to, but at the same time it's a human reaction to care about what others think about you, right?
Yeah. But see, this the thing. Like even when you coming on here, I can tell you this right now. You got multitudes of people on here, all got different views, spectrums, so on and so forth. The main thing I could tell you is just try to align yourself, or at least keep yourself aligned with good people. Like you see how me, Word, a few other ones. We don't
Yeah,
bash nobody. We don't do too much of that. We accept everybody for who the hell they. I accept everybody for who they are because I got people from every fucking parameter, even from the LGBTQ community, and I don't look at nobody no different because we all human. You know,
yeah,
I only go by character, and if I know exactly you need help, I'm gonna try to help you the best way possible. But don't burn the bridge with
absolutely.
me because that's a way for me to just say, okay, nah, I don't care. But all in all, you around some
Okay,
good people.
yeah,
And I would say this to what you just said. Um, I used to care when I was younger. The older I got, I don't even care, bro. You realize this, bro? People go think what they want to think about you, right? Um, so I mean, no matter if you're doing good or bad, people will still decide to think what they want about you. So the more you care, uh, people uh, take advantage of that. That's just what I learned in my 30s.
yeah,
So just be grateful when people think kind of you, and be aware when people think negative of you, because it can be something negative about yourself you don't know, or it can just be hate. So
absolutely.
that's how I rock with it. But no, I don't really. I mean, you can unfortunately, you can get you can get locked into that, and then if it becomes important to you, people liking you, what are you willing to do for people to like you? That's how people become manipulated and what they call influence. You know,
Yeah,
You cut
that is
you
true.
smart.
your
That is
mic going
true.
in and out. You switched up? Yeah,
Oh,
your mic is choppy. Yeah, your mic was choppy the last two sentences. I couldn't. What the hell, brother? Word done disappeared on us again.
oh yeah, I came out.
Yeah, but that is the truth. People gonna think whatever they gonna think about you. What matters is what you think and know about yourself. And if you know
Absolutely.
for a fact you're a good person, you know that you got high qualities, you stand on those, man. Everybody, man, listen, I got people that talk about me good, bad, or they just talk about me in the middle. And I don't care because again, nobody views and opinions affects me. What affects me is me. If I let myself get down, then I can't blame nobody else but myself. I got to get myself out of that. That's why I
Oh,
don't
that,
really pay heed to certain things, bro.
that is true. That is true.
I told somebody that the other day. I said, oh, bro, unless you telling me something positive, don't even text me because I know you're going to text me and it's going to be something I don't want to hear. And it's not to be funny. I don't mind hearing my friends out and all that other shit. But if I know it's something negative all day, every day, I don't want to hear it. Don't come to me with it because I don't want to hear it. Tell me something good I want to hear. Tell me something uplifting. You tell me something like that along those lines, I might want to hear something. Other than that, I can only be myself. That's the only thing you could be too in this life. And you have people that are going to be themselves and they're going to live their best lives, whether the world is looking at them differently or not. Again, you got some mentally challenged, handicapped people who, guess what? They still living their best lives like how we living our lives. They not letting the world get
Absolutely.
them down. They not letting the
Absolutely.
world get them down. They're around the right people, like they supposed to be. When you around the right positivity, man, listen, you go further in life.
That is true. That is true.
Oh shoot. Hold on, I'm looking at the chat. Uh-huh, Christy, what you was over there cooking? You ain't send me no plate. We gotta fight. We gotta fight, Christy. Where's my food at, lady? Oh man. You know, but it's the truth though. When you get around the right type of environment,
Everything.
positivity, nothing that can't be done.
Yeah, that is yeah, that is true. True.
You was getting ready to say something, bro? Or you fucking with your mic again?
No, I was
I
saying
think
it's
you,
all. I had to stop. Can you hear me?
y'all
I'm
can hear
going
you
out,
now.
man.
No, you good now. No more choppiness. Yay.
No, I was saying what you saying is all facts. You go be either influence or you go be the influence. So, like, for your age, you wise. You get a lot of information. But like I told you yesterday, I will get around people who have my best interest and who will nurture what I am.
Yeah.
I mean, like my best friend now, he started off under me. I used to mentor him, and he'd still tell you today I still mentor him. But just the changes he made just by being in a positive environment, uh, for the direction he was going. When I first met him, uh, he could have still been successful. I'm not gonna take that away from him, but his decision making changed, his perception of life changed. You get around people who make you better. Like even me and Nate, we sharpen each other. They got that old saying, "Iron sharpen iron, steel sharpen steel." You want to be around people who make you better. Not just go take from you, but add to you. And you learn that through life. You have to experience a lot for yourself. Uh, so you make mistakes. That's how you learn. Still making mistakes. I'm still learning. We all. I mean, we got some elders in the building. They tell you they make mistakes. They still learn. So it's a process, life in general. But uh, you got wisdom or understanding at that young age. If you could take anything from hanging out with us, take some of that. Put yourself in those environments.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really about it, bro. Like on any aspect in life, you always got to remember that one thing and one thing only. You know, your happiness is mostly dependent on you. If you
Exactly.
decide you want to live in the world carefree and happy and just, you like to be positive, then that's what you do. If you like to have certain things like me, I'm in the middle. Like I got all the positivity in the world, but if you mess with me, I'll burn you down. But that's just what I've always had in life because I've always been a fighter. I've always been one of those vocal persons that I'm not going to tolerate but so much. I'm gonna be cool, but when I decide to let loose, I'm letting loose. But all in all, positive build to be around. Even in real time, you catch me doing something, you're like, this nigga over here acting a fool. But look, everybody having fun around me. Ain't nobody being stupid. Because
Yeah.
that's what I do in real time. This is why my channel does the way it does, because I not so much as I'm trying to take the respect from no. I'm a respectful person, so I expect the same respect back. That's just it.
Okay, I guess that's enough for me today. I've shared what I need to share. I think I'll go now. Much love. I think I'm going.
No doubt, bro.
All right,
Definitely,
bro.
definitely a young, knowledgeable one, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Just be
Definitely.
around the
Absolutely.
right people and you good.
Okay, bro. Bye.
Have a good one.
Keep saying here.
Yeah, I like Young RZA. Yeah, I like him. He a cool young dude. We all in the process of learning. We all get opportunities to learn something new every day, just like Nephew said. The important thing is to be aware of the lessons while we're in this situation. Because sometimes, we go through it and don't get nothing from it, but the results. And sometimes those are painful, sometimes they're enjoyable, but the important thing is to learn.
Yeah, just keep yourself. Once you done learned something, whether it was a bad experience or something good, once you done learn something, now you know how to just, better prepare for whatever. And all in all, just being around the right people. Like I said, I've seen some people that I know for a fact. I make sure like it's 3 people in particular that live in my building. They high functioning and mentally challenged, but they be knowing what's going on. Like, see, they know when somebody is being genuine and when somebody is just being mean. Like the young boy in my building, one day I said something, he started laughing wild crazy, like, Nate, I fucks with you. Somebody else said something to him and it wasn't how, like in the joke turn, he knew that shit up the river. Was like, I hate that nigga. I swear I want something. I'm like, yo, what happened? I hate him. He always saying some shit. I'm like, what the hell did he say? And that's when that sometimes I come to the defense, like, nah, bro, look, like, y'all already know what it is. And if you don't want nobody fucking with your family like that, why are you fucking with them like that? Like, I get logic with niggas, and I don't care how anybody feels, because that's just how I am. Not gonna sit there and even if I thought it was a joke, nah, just some things you're not gonna be able to say to them, and they not gonna feel the type of way. Like, you fail to realize they still human, they still have feelings and emotions, they still are capable of that. I don't care what state of mind they're in. The hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, people who do that, bro, they ain't shit in the first place. Excuse my French people, but you a special kind of stupid to mess with somebody who's can't defend themselves fairly. You a special type of fucked up,
Yeah.
and that's just self hate too. For you to feel that you have to, I can't stand people like that. You got to pose your will on somebody who you're stronger than.
Yeah. Don't like that at all. And that's why I was like, see, like the other day, he was joking with me while I was on the live with y'all. Yo, Nate, yo, Nate. I'm like, and I said something, he walked away laughing like, I ain't messing with you. See, he even know when I'm joking. Like, mostly everybody know, even if it might sound harsh sometimes, and it don't be. It's just my sarcasm sometimes. I really be on bullshit, especially if I really ain't had my first cup of coffee. Might catch me saying something, and they still laugh like, this nigga's a fool, man. Let him wake up fully. Let him wake up fully, because he about to say some shit. But other than that, man, listen. I do me. People know how I give it up. And even if you ever felt the type of way, I tell you straight up, if you ain't gonna tell me right then and there, don't tell me down the line, because I'm gonna look at you and laugh. I'm sorry. I'm gonna look at you and laugh and be like, are you really that dead ass serious? You could have been dressed that and said something. What I was gonna take your head off? No. Anything I would have analyzed, whatever, and if you really felt, all right, well, my bad. But this is how I play. If you can't accept that, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about that all the time. People being in control of their own emotions. You know,
Mm,
me personally, like if somebody says something that offended me, I'm gonna just tell them because this is how I think. Maybe they don't know, so I don't want them to continue to do that. So let me tell them. That's how I think.
yeah,
I give people the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes you can tell when people just being ignorant and did it on purpose. I'm gonna still address it though.
yeah,
Because I'm gonna let you know this is not cool. And if you continue to do this, then we'll have a problem. I think it's my duty, my obligation to tell people things that offend me when they do it. That's just how I feel. And I treat people. What up, story time with Uncle Bill? Appreciate you, bro.
word,
But
Uncle Bill, good people.
yeah, Uncle Bill, good people, man. Yeah, Uncle Bill be commenting. We be communicating through the comments. Uncle Bill, good people, man. You can catch a show. Appreciate you, Uncle Bill.
Yeah,
But I always open and I tell people that too because I am not perfect. I don't know everyone. So even though like I know you, right? Like we've been kicking it, interacting for a while. I still might do something that offends you. So that's why I always tell people, no, I'm approachable and I'm not doing that out of malice. And if I do something, just let me know. I have no problem apologizing, because it's not intentional. And that's just how I genuinely am. I'm not trying to do anything to hurt anybody. There's no point. Even when people, I mean, I got a couple videos where you can see people, come at me sideways, and I still don't attack them. I still, look for the peaceful route to take. because I feel a lot of times it's just a misunderstanding. So why not just figure it out and move forward? We don't like I don't you I'm not gonna say I will never go off on somebody, but I don't see the point. So I try not to, even when I guess I have the excuse to do so. That's what it is to me, is an excuse because it's still like a self control. But even in that moment, it's like I want to respond because I feel like it's an example, it's an opportunity to show people you can resolve an issue. And I just feel like, okay, I'll be the bigger person. Let's resolve it. Let's use this opportunity to show people how you can resolve an issue. Every time you have a disagreement or a fight, you don't have to, go at one each other next. Use that as an opportunity to be an example, to be a positive influence. That's what I try to be. Uh oh. The general woke up.
It's over.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 3 in the morning. I'm gonna shut it down because I'm gonna end up wrestling with him and trying to put him down. But I think this was a good build because even the last part of the conversation was still talking about self. Um, so that's why I enjoy these builds, and I appreciate y'all coming up rapping with me because we just give different angles to look at the same problem from with the different perspectives. That's why the differences of opinion, differences of culture, differences of upbringings is always important. And we can use those differences to find a variety of solutions for the same problem. Um, so that's why I enjoy these conversations with y'all.
You only enjoyed this conversation because you was talking crap about me. You know I was gonna pop up. Now,
Yeah, I just
nah,
know
but
I
these are
said.
the combos you need to have, though, bro. And that's what I'm saying. On all the chords, these are the combos you need to have. Because these spark the ideas, man. And start within yourself. Like I said, I've seen some people who don't really got much of nothing, but they still will be that selfless and say, nah, I want to see a change for everybody, including myself. You'll have people that do that because that's just the way they see the world, man. So, when you having these type of combos, you're gonna be awoke and wise to the people that come across. See, like you grown, everybody else that been around, you done grown or still grown. Some people been past growth already, but look, it's all about support and love. And you already know there's always love over here, so you already know I'm gonna pop up when I can pop up. I'd have popped up earlier, but I was wondering why the cops circling the block. They was looking at me like I was the intruder. No, I work here. Nah, when you see three cop cars riding behind each other and they zoom down the block, you know some stuff done popped up.
22, appreciate you, bro.
I knew I smelled another shadow baby in here. Damn. No,
Yeah, Uncle Bill for sure. Hey, if y'all ain't sure about the Uncle Bill, look out. Uncle Bill is 45 away from 1,000. Let's make Uncle Bill great. Let's look out for Uncle Bill. We ain't got 45 people in here, but if we got anyone who's not subbed to Uncle Bill, I would greatly appreciate it. We show Uncle Bill some love. Uncle Bill, he is a supporter. Even if he can't catch it live, he's always in the comments in the replay, um, commenting. So he is definitely a supporter. Show him some love. He'll show you some love back.
facts. I'm 135 away from 1,000, but I ain't getting that no time soon. They don't like my positive ass. I gotta come on here and do something rough. I'm doing something rough tomorrow. I'm gonna do something rough tomorrow.
Man, you'll have that by the end of by the beginning of May. You'll have it. One thing you gotta do is post your video, your shorts on food. You'll get it. Do a couple shorts on food. You'll get it.
Push come to shove, I do what I've been doing. I'm gonna run in certain streets, but new avenues. Let me see who's here. Hi, I'm new here. I'm the new guest in the party. Yes. But everybody gonna grow and succeed the best ways possible. And the only thing you gotta do is just continue to have strength and love and compassion within yourself to just keep doing good, no matter what it is. If the world don't see what you're doing, forget it. As long as you and the main people see what you're doing, that's the most important thing. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you having me up here. I know you about to elbow drop him back to sleep. So
Yeah, he about to get a dog elbow drop. He's sitting up here looking at me like I'm crazy. Um, I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna hit you up probably tomorrow. It's something probably gonna be popping off Thursday. Um, but I
all right,
hit
no
you.
doubt. For anything, hit me on the Discord. You know,
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man.
you already in peace and blessings to everybody in the chat. Y'all already know you're gonna get that morning wake and bake, baby.
I can't do it. I get copyright. Yeah, I can't do. Yeah, I can't do baby. Nate go copyright strike me. So
I ain't copyright nothing. Nigga. You already know, bro.
appreciate you, bro.
You already know.
I appreciate everybody rocking out with me. These conversations I feel are helpful, to remind some of us, to make some of us aware. And some of us come on and share the information too. We got people who just sit back, listen, and learn. So it's not negative, all positive. So these conversations, I feel, need to be had more, need to be seen more, because these are the things that we're not taught. We're not taught. A lot of us are not taught about our emotions and how they affect the way we think and feel, and um, how we make choices and decisions. We know it, but if we understood it, we can use it intentionally. And when using things intentionally, you usually get better results or more favorable results. So um, that's why I like having these discussions. And like I said, it's beneficial for me, because I get to have conversations and dialogue with people and get different ways to look at things, which gives me a deeper understanding. Um, and the more I learn, the more I have to teach my kids. So it's not just about me sharing information; it's a lot about me learning too. So I appreciate it, and y'all know what I always say: care about how you feel, and conversation build nations. I'm the word. That's all I got.